Back on the job, a dozen Alameda County Sheriff's deputies are set to be reinstated despite initial failures on their psych evaluations. Now community advocates are demanding the Sheriff's Office keep those deputies off the force. Ground Floor's Amanda Harry joins us from the newsroom with more on, why these deputies are being allowed to return to the department. Amanda.
I reached out to the Alameda County Sheriff's Office and I was told 12 of the deputies have taken the test again, passed, and returned to full duty. But dozens of community members spent their morning protesting against the rehires and demanding more transparency. Community advocates and people who have been negatively affected by the Alameda County Sheriff's Office tried to make sure the sheriff hears their concerns.
No rehires! No recess! I said no rehires! No recess!
They gathered outside the sheriff's office Wednesday morning, loudly chanting and using a bullhorn to call on Sheriff Greg Ahern not to rehire 47 deputies who were stripped of their arresting powers and firearms late last month. It was after an audit determined they failed their psychological evaluation before they were hired.
I looked into that psych exam, and it measures basic things like integrity, honesty, temperament, racial bias, basic things, and it's unconscionable. It is absolutely egregious. It is absolutely horrific that the Sheriff's Office knew about this and turned a blind eye.
The group consisted of people from the Ella Baker Center for Human Rights, the Urban Peace Movement, and the Anti-Police Terror Project, among others. They wrote a letter of demands to Sheriff Ahern.
We need to know those names so we can know who those officers are arresting and testifying against and putting in that jail. And so we can know whether they were the people who suffocated people to death in Santa Rita jail, who have used hog ties and other spit hoods and other uses of force that are unconscionable to begin with, but certainly should not be used by people who don't have the authority or training or capacity to use those items.
In addition to publicly releasing the deputies' names, they want an investigation into each of them. All cases resulting from their work to be dismissed, for the sheriff to apologize, and to audit all staff that hasn't already been audited.
When I do the math about how many families that these sheriff's deputies have affected, how many scandals this particular administration has been a part of and tried to cover up, it sounds to me like this should be a larger investigation.
The protesters tried to hand-deliver the letter to Sheriff Ahern, but were kept in the lobby.
Sheriff Ahern! Where you at? Sheriff Ahern! Where you at?
A lieutenant at the sheriff's office did tell me that they'll have a bigger update regarding the 47 deputies and the retesting process later this week. In the newsroom, Amanda Harry, Ground Floor News.
Yeah, sounding like it's not going to go away anytime soon. Thank you, Amanda.